Welcome to the stream. I guess I should probably get started here. So tonight I'm going to lay down the flat colors on this and probably try to get the shading done. I don't think the shading will take too long. So yeah, don't know how long I'm going to go tonight with this, but yeah, usually I stream over on YouTube. But I wanted to try streaming on Twitch because I haven't done that in a while. So I'm going to try the drawing stream out on Twitch tonight, and if that works out pretty well, I might just switch over to streaming here, and I might do the same with the gaming streams as well. Might just move that on over to Twitch. There's been a few issues with streaming on YouTube, nothing major. But, yeah. Let's see how it goes tonight. The whole streaming thing in general is kind of contingent on if anyone watches, so we'll have to see. Alright, I reckon I'll get started here. So I'll turn off my sketch layers. Now this weapon here, I'll ink that separately. Just wanted to see what was on that layer. Alright, that's cool, Vega. If you just want to listen to the music, I've got no problem with that. I do that a lot with streams. I'll just, yeah, the tablet's not bad. It's, I actually like this tablet. That's a Wacom 1. It's pretty good. Highly recommend it. The only gripe I have is, this stylus is kind of limited. It only has one button. This direction doesn't work, just this top one here. And it doesn't have an eraser. So it's just, you know, pressure sensitivity and then the one button. So it's a very limited stylus. That's my one gripe about it. Yeah, you pretty much have to get a Cintiq or a Cintiq or however you pronounce that to get the fancy stylus. And I don't know, eventually maybe I'll invest in one of those, but those things are pretty expensive, so yeah, probably not anytime soon. I'll probably just kind of take my time with this tonight. Not in any big rush to get anything done right now. And this is obviously for an upcoming scene at the beginning of Chapter 5 for the visual novel. That's what this is for. Anyone who's read the webcomic knows what happens at the beginning of Chapter 5 after what happened, you know, as a reaction to what happened at the end of Chapter 4. There's sort of a brief battle. Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted to try Twitch is the current Intuos. Yeah, my main tablet's an Intuos too. I really like it. The stylus is better. Has a proper eraser and has 2 buttons instead of 1. And it's big. It's 12 by 9. I mean, if you do a lot of drawing, it's probably worth the investment. I mean, if I can save up enough money and feel comfortable spending that kind of money on a Cintiq, I probably will end up getting one, just because, you know, even if my drawing doesn't really go anywhere major professionally, I'm still going to do it as a hobby. And nothing wrong with investing a little bit in your hobbies. You know, this stylus pen came with extra nibs, and it took me a while to realize where they were when I got this tablet out of the box. They're actually hidden in the back of the underside of the tablet. I guess I can flip it up. Maybe I can flip it up and show you. You know, I don't have a whole lot of slack on the cord, so I'm not going to do that right now. Plus I messed up my camera framing. I'll do that some other time, maybe take a picture or something. Oh. I really ought to load up a reference image for the colors on this. Yeah, this tablet was $400, which is really good for a screen. Oh, I noticed that my streaming bandwidth took a nosedive. So the issues I was having with YouTube, I'm having with Twitch too. And that sucks because I plugged in a proper Ethernet cable. I'm not using the Wi-Fi on this laptop now. And it's still having bandwidth issues. I don't know what to do about it. You know what? I am gonna load up one of the character sprites of Rojo because I need to get the colors for reference. I don't want to do this and have them be wrong. If it'll load. I just think that this laptop sucks. Oh, our jacket's actually much lighter than I thought it was. I'm just gonna grab some colors. Make a quick and dirty swatches for this. Oh, that reminds me I need to do something here. The audio is cutting out more than usual. Now before I proceed with the coloring, the audio works most of the time, it's just that the music cuts out for some reason. Doesn't happen too often. So there's an anime that I started watching tonight. Cells at Work, Code Black. That series is poppin'. Highly recommend it. I watched the original Cells at Work, and I thought it was really good. But Code Black is really good. It's about these cells, red blood cells and white blood cells and all kinds of cells in a human body, anthropomorphized. And it's a pretty neat concept. So yes, Code Black is a version of the whole scenario of the series where they're inside a very unhealthy person that doesn't take care of themselves. They smoke and drink and do all kinds of stuff, and it's pretty good. Alright, so now that I have the actual on-model colors, so the light blue is the jacket, the dark blue is the hair. Okay. And I kind of have my standard values for the shading and highlights. So, that. Yeah. You gotta take good care of yourself or you might hurt your platelets. And if you've ever watched Cells at Work, you know that you don't want to hurt your platelets or you'll feel really bad about it. I have to admit that I very often let myself get dehydrated. The funny thing about it with me is I can get dehydrated and not feel it. Like I'll be dehydrated and I won't know. I can even drink a cup of coffee in the morning and not realize I'm dehydrated. But the minute I have a sip of water, I start guzzling it almost uncontrollably out of extreme thirst. It's only when I have a sip of something that you drink to quench thirst that I realize how dehydrated I am, and then I just guzzle it really fast. But up until that point, I have no idea that I'm actually dehydrated. Weird. Yeah, that's something else I gotta do is anytime I'm gonna record or be on stream or something and speak, if I'm dehydrated, one of the side effects is that my mouth gets, well, I don't want to be gross, but it gets a little hard to speak properly when I'm dehydrated. Yeah, that's when it's worst. It's in the winter because the air gets really dry. Pockets on her jacket. I had to check to see if there were gold plates, and there aren't. Not on that. The red trim. And the pendant. I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but Rojo and the Prince wear the same pendant. There's a reason for that. I never got into that reason in the webcomic. I might in the visual novel. I'm wondering if the music stopping is because of the hard drive in the laptop having to spin back up again, and that causes a delay in reading the audio files. So I'm wondering if moving the audio files to an SD card might solve that. Because, the skip doesn't seem to be real. See, that's what I'm talking about. That happens if I haven't my mouse not properly hydrated. I get viscosity. What was I talking about? Anywho. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Let's see. How long have we been going? That's fine. I've got the stats window open here, and it's actually obscuring stats I want to see. Oh, I was talking about the music cutting out a lot on this laptop, and I think it's because the hard drive has to spin back up. The hard drive automatically shuts off, and in the power settings I can't seem to get that to stick, where it leaves the hard drive spinning all the time. So when the hard drive has to spin back up to read more of the audio file, it stops the audio for a second. So I was thinking if I put it on the SD card, because that's flash memory, it wouldn't have that problem. But I haven't done that yet, because I'd have to move all the files over and recreate the playlist in Winamp. And I'm lazy. I haven't done that. Those audio samples in that song, by the way, the voice going, yeah, I like that, and all that stuff, that is from a CD that I made of a band I used to be in called Opus. There's a lot of bands called Opus, but they called this band Opus for a while. And I was a keyboard player, and I left the band because they wanted to play a lot of Primus and Tool and a lot of music that had no keyboard parts and was absolutely not keyboard friendly music at all. So I ended up quitting the band because I had nothing really to do in it. And shortly after I left, they brought in a singer who also did some rap and stuff, and he was really good. And that voice clip is him in between songs talking to the audience, and the way he said certain stuff sounded pretty cool, so I decided to use some of it for samples. Yeah, even the that's him too. He was like, yeah, I like that, come and check it out. And I was like, I'm sampling that, I like the way that sounds. Okay, I've got the flat colors laid down. We are a little bit over a half hour into the stream, although that includes about 12 minutes of the beginning standby screen. So I started the stream a little earlier. The tablet's not straight in the camera shot. There we go. Alright, guess I'll get started with the shading. I think I'll probably just do one shade layer. And the audio cutting out is especially bad tonight. I just hate this laptop. It's such a piece of junk. Some of those other audio samples were taken from a ham radio recording. Let's just listen to 2-meter band, I think it was, and I just recorded a conversation off the radio, which is perfectly allowed. Amateur radio discussions are public. I just took some samples from that. yeah, it's Rojo's outfit. Perhaps not the most modest getup in 2214, but she does take good care of her abdominal muscles, keeps them good and strong. Gets plenty of exercise in battle. In that world, on Capurth. Oh, so do I, Tesium. So do I. I'm not in the kind of shape that I wish I were. I'll just leave it at that. But Rojo is different than a lot of the other characters in the story in that she does have a slightly, it's not, in terms of anime characters go, it's very mild. But in the world of 2214, most people dress very modestly. Because that's just their culture. But Rojo doesn't do that. I mean, she doesn't go around wearing a bikini all the time or anything like that, but... This is a vaporwave track that I made some time ago, by the way. It's made from another piece of music that I made quite some time ago. I just slowed it down and kind of remixed it a bit. Kind of gives that weird vaporwave feeling of like walking through an old mall. Remembering what it was like back when malls were active places. That's one of the downsides, I think, to the age of the internet, is that there is some decline in the use of large public shopping spaces. Because most people order everything off Amazon anymore. I know I'm guilty of it. I kind of do miss going to the mall and stuff. It was always fun to go like on a weekend. And, you know, get a little bite to eat, maybe get a coffee, walk around. It's you know, vaporwave is kind of a niche taste, I think. I know that the purpose of vaporwave music is to almost critique that culture in a way. But I always thought that shopping malls were a nice I mean, I used to go to the mall all the time. I was definitely a mall rat. But I didn't just go to loiter. I actually would go in there and, you know, I didn't spend a ton of money. Didn't have a ton of money to spend usually, but I'd go in there, I'd get some food and a coffee. I'd go to the movie store and usually buy some anime. Because back then you couldn't stream it. Streaming wasn't around yet. This is like late 90s, early 2000s. Hot Topic's neat. I know I get some flack for saying that, but I always liked going into Hot Topic. Obviously, I wasn't the target demographic. I mean, back when I used to go there, a lot of us in my 20s usually, around that time period. But I liked going on Hot Topic. They always had neat stuff in there. Some just really cool, like, artwork, design stuff. Always smelled good too. They had like some kind of incense or something in there, and always had a nice, kind of a sugary, kind of a weird sugary scent to it. Video car. Ah, man, that's something else I miss. Is video arcades. Hot Topics. I always thought Hot Topic was pretty mild, honestly. I never saw anything in there that was too crazy. I'll tell you a place that had some crazy stuff was Spencer Gifts. Don't know if you guys had that and you're where you guys live, but Spencer Gifts usually had the spicier things, especially some of the posters that they would sell. But that was a neat place to check out too. They had a lot of like skull things and kind of different jewelry and things. And Spencer's has some downright kind of raunchy humor stuff. What's that? Oh, Twitch is auto-censoring because you had the word sex in your comment, which is fine in the context that we're using it. Alrighty. I forgot where I left off. Sex dice. I don't know what I don't remember that. Maybe that's a different term for something Anyway. I'll let you explain what that is if you want. If not, that's cool. I'll tell you about some raunchy humor is some of the jokes we made in that Xenogears reading we finished. Especially the last episode. Purple Eller. Huh? Oh wait, I don't know if I can say that on Twitch. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, okay. That was fun though. I don't know what you can and can't say on Twitch anymore. I know that they kind of tightened the rules. So I'm being kind of careful with any dirty jokes. You know? I typically don't make dirty. I don't like to use dirty jokes in my drawing streams though. But yeah, I was being the worst though. in the Xenogears thing. I just opened the floodgates on the toilet humor. Yes, it is. The world is Faye's toilet, I'll tell you what, but especially the seat in Veltal. That's a toilet. Even if it wasn't originally intended to be, it is now. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do a, Oh yeah, they actually did install a proper toilet when they upgraded it. Well, they had to. I mean, this stream is supposed to be kind of family friendly. I have to check to see what I've marked my Twitch channel as, because I was streaming the Xenogears readings on this channel back when I was hosting them, in addition to recording. And I think I marked the channel 18 plus back then, but I think I changed it back. But yeah, the drawing live streams are intended to be a sort of an all audiences thing. Nothing too risque. I mean, compared to Rojo's outfit in the webcomic, it's pretty tame at this point. It's covering up more than it did. Well, it covers up more in this shot than in her talking sprite here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably not do a second shading layer. I'll just do a highlight. I'll do like on this layer, and then maybe I'll do some specular brighter highlights, and then that'll probably be about it. I remember when anime style stuff was really rare and hard to come by when I was a kid. And I think that because it was so rare to find and so difficult to find on television, that's what got me hooked on it, because it was like a treat. Like Voltron and Transor Z or Mazinger Z. Well, that's cool. Yeah, Vega, if you come up with a, like some kind of schedule for when you draw, if you stream it, I'll watch. Just let me know when. Techno Man. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure I ever watched that one. Huh. I've heard of it. Was that an anime or was that live action? Alrighty, I think I'll just do some specular highlights here. Just in a few places, like under pendant. No, I think that's oh, on the belt buckle here. I think I'll call that one done. Now, I'll probably do another pose for use in the visual novel. I'm not sure if I'll do that on stream or not. Oh, actually, I forgot something very important. I may not do it tonight though, because we're about an hour and 8 minutes into the stream. But she's got a weapon on this arm. And, it's nothing fancy. But I think I will save that for next time. Oh heck, I'll just do it now. Ain't no big deal. I'm gonna make another layer. I'm gonna have to hide some of these other layers temporarily. That's why I got this anti-fouling glove, so I can do the longer strokes. That's the first time I've had any friction drawing with this anti-fouling glove on. Okay. Now, as far as the color, if I remember correctly, these things are just a slight bit off-white. Well, kind of beige almost. And I think this part's supposed to be red. I have to consult the webcomic to. I don't care about too much consistency with the webcomic. Now my favorite thing about the Xenogears readings, honestly, is when we would just go completely off script. Especially with the Kaiser and Beefy Bison stuff, but even with like Bart being completely blazed and him just anytime any of the characters would just go off on a tangent. Uh-oh, I'm gonna go off the rails making stuff shiny. Yeah, I like acting a fool. I like to just sometimes just be as silly as possible. Because sometimes I get really stressed out during the week with work and with other things. And sometimes it's just the way to get rid of all that stress is to just act as dumb as possible. Yeah, I mean, I tried to get Kaiser in there as much as absolutely possible. Yeah, Kaiser went away after the Kislev arc in the game, but man, I'll tell you, as long as cookies exist, did somebody say feces? I gotta make that like shit-eating grin when he says that. When he says feces instead of cookies, it's did somebody say feces? Yeah, his head would just bust through any wall. It doesn't matter what the wall was made out of. They could be on the Yggdrasil, like underwater, and if all it needs to happen is someone somewhere on the Yggdrasil needs to Reese's feces, it's delicious feces. Yes. Maybe that'll get me in trouble with Twitch. Actually, that's probably shiny enough. Well, let's see. Might extend this highlight a little bit. And then just on the edge. There we go. I think that'll probably do it. So now I have that weapon separate. I want to cast a shadow on Rojo's arm with it though. Let me get these layers turned back on. Yeah, I think I'll cast a shadow. Careful how it blends into the shadow on the main artwork layers. Okay. I think that'll probably work for the purposes I'm going to use in the visual novel. And like I said, I'll probably do an alternate pose as well. And also another pose for Boss with his beam rifle. Let's see if I have that in here. Open recent. Boss. Yeah, I'll probably do an alternate version of this too. Probably have one where he's got his back more toward the camera and he's got the rifle on the other side of him. Oh, and he's going to have one where he's pointing the rifle straight out and shooting the beam. Got to do that one. So, as far as tonight's artwork, I think that'll be about it for now. Oh, I guess I ought to go ahead and take the swatches out of the color layer. And the test strokes out of the line work. There we go. Yeah. Kaiser is crazy. There could be a foil, and that would be Beefy Bison, right? Greyfield from Advance Wars, Days of Ruin. Alright, so that artwork is done. And I think I'll leave it there for tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. Looks like no one else from the YouTube channel joined in tonight, so honestly I prefer streaming on Twitch, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the old crowd from YouTube to come over here or not. Actually, when I moved the streams to the Nitrocosm Studios channel, only a couple people from the main YouTube channel dropped in, so I don't know what I'll do. I would just kind of like to use Twitch, but we'll see. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it here for tonight. Again, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll try to come up with some kind of schedule for streaming. It's going to be weekends, Saturday or Sunday. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See ya in Discord.